Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Watch Natalie, your favorite Capricorn on YouTube. It's spelled Natalee. I'm here to do the June readings. For real, I want to do all of them. And to make it as fair as possible, I put everyone's sun sign in a little, on a little piece of paper and one of my wine glasses. So, see, everyone's in here. So, I've been shaking it up, moving everything around. I'm just going to pick it random, okay? So hopefully that's what makes this whole thing fair. I try to keep things like as fair as possible. So I'm not looking, but this one feels like it's the one. And we're starting with Libra. Okay, here we go, Libra. Libra, June 2019. Okay. Just going to do a little shuffle. We're going to do like a super mini itty bitty comprehensive, okay? We're not going to do like a 2.5-hour thing. We're not going to do, you know, a 10-minute thing. It's going to be the Celtic Cross tarot spread, and then we're going to pull a couple cards as I'm guided to do so from each of the different decks. So we'll see what we have in store for Libras for the month of June coming out for 2019. Okay, cutting my deck. Wow. Bottom of the deck card, Page of Wands, Libra. Very fiery. Someone's very enthusiastic about communication. They're communicating with you, or you're involved in communicating with somebody else. The first two cards that I pulled for you in the month of June, two sword cards. The Two of Swords crossed by the King of Swords, Libra. Swords are a really big deal for you Librans because they rule the mind. And Librans are very intellectual, very, very mental, very, very intelligent, and they weigh the pros and cons. And this is so typical of the typical Libran, is that they're very indecisive. They're very unable to make a decision one way or another, and they have to they try to balance those scales as equitably as they possibly can. They try to make it as even and balanced and fair as humanly possible. And that's why it takes them so long to come to a decision, is because they're just like, they get like anxious and they get locked up about it. However, that's going to have that deadlock, the stalemate rather, is going to be broken by the King of Swords. Like it's you. You become the King of Swords in a situation where you make a decision and you stick to it. The sword comes down on some side. Okay, so this is you now. In the month of June, you become the King of Swords and you make a decision and you wield the sword in your way, okay? Now, at the base of the situation, how you got into the situation, or just like the overall foundation, like the feeling of it, is victory. You overcame something, you won something, you are writing on a victory of some sort. Something was successful, something went very well, and it happened out in public. The Six of Staves is like a public victory. He or she's going through the public, and they have the other people holding staves, like their entourage next to them. So it's happening out, you know, whatever this victory was, it's sort of giving you like the encouragement to begin or to continue forward, or maybe it even just gives you the confidence to break this deadlock or to break this stalemate about a decision that you have in your mind that you have to make or that you want to make, and you didn't know what to do, and now it kind of like you know what to do. And that's just the second card, so that's very early in the month, I would say. I take that back. This is all situational, so this could all happen. This is all energetically, so you really have to feel it out, Libra, okay? You have to feel it out. If it's, okay, here's a good marker for time. So whatever you're in two minds about, whenever you make up the decision, one way or another, or whatever you're going to do, that's this part of the reading. That's what I like to do. I always like to test this stuff out. Test me out. Test out my readings. Keep a log. Watch. You know, if I give you dates, I will probably never give you like specific dates. I might give you like moon phases or, you know, general periods. Or I try to do stamps like this of energetic stamps of when something happens, and keep an eye on it so you can kind of get a feel for what's going on and whose energy you're really, really resonating with. Okay. Directly behind you, this is something you recently did about it, an influence that you were recently under, but it's an influence you're still feeling, okay? In this situation, it looks like it was a Queen of Pentacles who helped you build on a victory and overcome some sort of break in the stalemate of your mind. Could be a Capricorn, Virgo, could be a Taurus. Doesn't have to be, though. Just someone who's very earthly, someone who's very practical, someone who's very practical above all. She's going to give you the advice to do the best thing. It's really funny because I've had good Libran friends in my past, and I'm a Capricorn. So it's like I would always help them break a stalemate in their minds. I would always help them kind of like see things outside of themselves for that other perspective. I like Librans a lot. So you could have a Capricorn in your life that's in a similar way helping you to kind of see through to the matter, the practical pros, the practical cons, and help you break the stalemate. That's cool. And you could still be feeling it. You could still be like feeling that influence. So someone in an advice situation, mentorship, or just even like a friend that you trust, someone whose judgment that you trust, who's very earthly. The card right ahead of you, the influence, the next closest influence, the next energetic signature after you make up your mind. And the words, the King of Swords, the sword cards are words. So it's even like you speak something. It's even like you tell someone something. It's even that you speak something out loud for the first time, or when you speak a definitive stance on a situation or on a decision. Right after that, guys, Libras, the judgment. It's the final judgment. Perfect for the Libras, right? So I bet it is something that you speak out. It's something about the words, because the trumpet has these little sound vibration lines, and it's all of these people were in their caskets, coffins more accurately for the situation, and they heard the trumpet sound. They heard it, and that's what allowed them to just rise up for the final judgment. So there's a finality to this, a decision that you make that you do not go back on, and there's also an opportunity to go back. There's also an opportunity to be reborn. There's an opportunity of renewal is the word I'm looking for. So these dead people, it's like they lived their entire life from A to B and then died. And then from the time that they died till they heard the trumpet, there is a period. There's some time. There's something going on there. So this is after you've heard the sound, Libra. And that's, oh my God, that's what this was. After something ended, after some part of your life or your behavior or your mindset died, you were in a stalemate. You were in between in the old way of being, the old life, the old way of doing things. And between that and the trumpet being sounded. And in that time period, in that limbo, you didn't know what to do. You knew you couldn't go back. You knew you could never go back to how things used to be, because it's over. You just feel it inside, like that part of my life is over. It's not going to be like that anymore. But I don't know what the next part of my life is. I don't know what I should be doing next. I don't know what the next phase looks like or feels like or tastes like. So I don't know what the fuck is going on. So I'm not going to do anything because I don't want to make the wrong decision. Very Libra. And that's what this was. Well, this female or this feminine energy, this earthy energy, this person, and a recent victory helped you overcome that, where you can be the King of Swords and make a decision one way or another about that next part of your life. And right coming up after you speak that into being, after you have, maybe it's a conversation, maybe you have a very important conversation with someone, that's when the Judgment card comes in. And that's when the rest of your life takes over. And that's why it's renewal. That's why, these souls, they're not ever going to have their bodies again. Those bodies are done. Now they've heard the trumpet sound. Now they will ascend and they will rise and they will go up for their final judgment to see what happens next. And it's that next part of your life. And this is the best part, Libra, is that you are both the soul and the trumpet and the angel and the next part of that life. You get to decide what happens after the death of that old life, that old way of being. You went through that in-between limbo phase where I didn't know, the stalemate, Two of Swords, didn't know what to do. And now you make the judgment call on your own life of what the next future, the next era, the next golden age is going to be for yourself. Congratulations, Libra. You made up your mind and you heard the trumpet and you're going to do it. And this is that final judgment. Final judgment, okay? The afterlife. You're deciding that next big phase of your life. Whoa. Okay. Where you currently are. This is the part that you're currently playing, the role that you're currently playing. Remember, this goes for Libra risings, Libra suns, Libra moons, maybe even Libra Venuses. You are inspired. You are meditative. You're even kind of developing a connection with the cosmic consciousness, Libra. You're in a good place emotionally. You feel really good about this decision. You feel like you're coming into a rebirth of sorts. And it's like yourself, though. It's you that's actually having a newness about you, or your life is changing in a really wonderful way that you are driving forward. It's self-determined. You've made your own judgment call, and you were supported by the right support. You had the Queen of Pentacles and you had a wonderful victory. You got your oomph back. You got your mojo back. You got, you have confidence, and it's like that had to build up in you, and you're inspired now. It's like you're inspired, you have the confidence, you have the support of the Queen of Pentacles, you have a great victory to like lap around, you're feeling good about yourself, and it's like you had it all along, but maybe you needed to just be reminded of it, and then you could make the right judgment call for your life going forward. How other people see you. Other people see you as incredibly fortunate, incredibly rich, completely lucky. People see you as really fucking lucky, 1 in a million, 1 in a billion. People see you as something happened, either this judgment call that you make, or even just you deciding that you're going to be different, or you're going to be more positive, or whatever makeover you do for your life, whatever this judgment call has to be about, the final judgment, people see you as winning the lottery. It's like 1 in a bajillion chances. They see it as such an unlikely and lucky and special thing. They just think you're the luckiest person in the whole entire world. They think that it's happened to you, and they don't understand that you like manifested it. They don't understand that you did the hard work to go through your death and limbo and rebirth judgment call for the next era of your life. They only see the fortune. They only see what looks like your wheel of fortune turning and bringing you up to the very top, to your crescendo. Your hope or your fear. I think this is both. Okay, Libra, it does not matter if you're male or female. Your hope or your fear is love. It's your deepest hope. It's your deepest desire. It's what you want more than anything else in the entire world. You want someone to approach you with love. You want to offer your cup of love to someone and have it be accepted with open arms. It's what you deeply, deeply desire. And it's the same thing that you absolutely fear, because you feel like you will be absolutely devastated if it doesn't work out. And that could have been part of what kept you in that state of stalemate with yourself of, oh my God, like, it's just so risky. It's just so risky. I don't know if I can possibly do it. But it's your deep desire. This Knight of Cups, he's the knight in shining armor. He's the secret admirer. It's more than a crush. It's like a real secret admirer. It's someone that really loves someone and really has like a very sincere desire to offer their cup of love to someone. And that takes so much courage and valor and strength and Like it takes a lot. I really have a lot of appreciation for what that takes. What does that matter? But that's your fear, because it's like, oh my God, what if he asks me out? Oh my God, I'm so scared. And oh my God, what if I ask her out? And what if she says no? I'm so scared. You know, it's that kind of anxiety. And that's so Libran, to just get a little bit in your head about it. It's okay. Your outcome cards. You have 2 outcome cards. You have the outcome of June, and then you have like the future environment, the future milieu. So in this situation, whatever you make your decision about, your final judgment decision about, you will have to defend to the public, to your friends, to your family, to your coworkers, to your collaborators, to your lover, to your children, to whoever. There's someone or some group in your life that you will have to defend your judgment to, on this judgment that you make. This is conquering opposition. So number 1, it was the right decision to make, or it will be the right decision to make. You might not have made that decision yet in June. You might have to be, you know, this might all happen at the very end of June. You might stay in the first card for a really long time, and then everything moves forward. You could get out of the stalemate June 2nd and then speak it into being and make your judgment call, and then everything else moves forward. That's what I'm saying, is that it's hard to come up with like actual dates. I would look at the new moons and the full moons and the quarter moons. Energetically, that's just what I would look for if you want some sort of signature to try to do some predictive looking ahead for. But the 8 of staves, all these other little staves are going to be trying to poke at you, saying, well, what if this? Well, why that? Well, what about that? And it's going to be like, and you're going to be like knocking down each one with your logic and your feelings and your confidence. And you might even have help from whoever is helping you make the decision. You might even have their help to help you feel more secure. But you're not going to do this until you feel fucking secure. Like whatever decision this is, you will not make it until you feel completely 100% secure about it. And that's why it's the final judgment. It's final. There's no going back. You already know that something in your life is ended. It's already ended. It's already gone. In your 5D, it's already ended. So you know you've got to make a decision, and you know you can't go back. There's only forward. It's just a matter of when. And that's what you're deciding, is when and where. You know, I bet you kind of already know what this has to do with, and you kind of already know what the decision's going to be, but you're just like, maybe you're stressed out about having to if your hope is romantic, this romantic offering, the cups are feelings, the cups are romance. You might have to defend a romantic decision that you make. You might have to defend a romantic decision that you make to your friends and family. It might have to go public. It might go public. You might decide in the month of June that it goes public, that you go, this is my love. This is my soulmate. I know you don't understand, but you'll have to accept it. I know you can't understand it, but you will have to accept it, because it is my final judgment. It is my life. No one is living my life but me. And this is what I choose. And I'm very confident in my decision. And I would really appreciate your support and your respect for my free will and my right to make the correct decisions that I choose for my life. I would like that proof of love from you. Thank you. That's how I would say it, I guess. But yeah, so you're defending, but the good thing is that you're winning. This isn't the 9 of staves where the guy's like, you know, this is valor. This is triumph. This is courageousness. This is success. This is, like, make no mistake about it, you win. You win. And other people, here's the funny thing, is that other people see you as the luckiest person in the world, but then why are you having to defend yourself and defend your position and defend your decision? It's because they're jealous. Libra. They're jealous of you. So they're going to try to poke at you and get you to like come up with answers and defend everything. And you don't want to don't let them drag you down. Don't let them get you into the petty and into the, the dirt. You're above that. You're going to be happy. Okay. With whatever this is. They're just jealous. Okay. The future milieu card, Libra, is the Knight of Pentacles. This is telling me that you have two knights here. You have your hope or your fear, and you have your future environment card. So whatever decision that you make, you could make the decision in June and have to defend the decision, but you don't take action on the decision until July or later. Because this is the movement forward. This is like the physical offer. The Pentacles are hard, tangible things, the hard things that we can touch and feel and smell in the 3D reality. So it could be that you finally spoke it into being, that you're finally talking to your people about it. You've made your final judgment call, no going back, and you are defending your position, and you are trying to get everyone else on board with whatever decision this is. And you're being very courageous and this is valor. See, once you make up your mind, Libra, when you really balance those scales and they're fucking even as shit, you will not go back. It's a final judgment. Once you make up your mind, Libra is a leadership sign. It's a cardinal sign. It's a leadership. You're the leader of your own life. And once you take ownership of it and make this decision, you're not going back. It doesn't matter how many staves get poked at you. So this could be you really laying down the law as the King of Swords, saying, you need to cut this shit out because this is right for me. And if you want to continue sitting with me in my life, then you need to get on board. Okay, Libras wouldn't say it like that. That's how I would say it. Crazy ass Capricorn. Libras would be so much nicer, and they would be so more diplomatic, so much more diplomatic. I mean, if it's the King of Swords, maybe a little bit less diplomatic, very firm, very, very firm, but firm. Diplomatic, but firm. Not like all or nothing like me, like how like a Capricorn, like Queen of Swords would be. Queen of Swords off with the head, right? But so you could be defending the position in June, but then the later time after June is when you actually take action on it. And that could be when you make the action, when you make the offer, when you make the approach, or when you go after it, or when you make the change. Let's just say that, when you make the change in the physical 3D reality, whether that has to do with a love situation, like your cup, your hope or your fear, or business, or whatever it has to do with. It could be later, like in July. But it looks like June is all about making the decision. June is all about overcoming that stalemate and feeling confident and secure with your final judgment that you make for the rest of your life, for the next era of your life, for the next great age of Libra life for you. Whether it has to do with personal development or behavior patterns or mental thought patterns or the people you're around or who you're with or like whatever it is, that's what's undergoing the major. Okay? So, we're only at 24 minutes. So I'm going to pull other cards for you, Libra, because I have a feeling this could be related to relationship, because your hope or your fear is a cup card, and that's very clearly romantic. So let's see what the cards of the Lover's Path have for you. I think I'm just going to pull one of those guys. They're pretty, maybe two. Actually, let's get like a picture, like a Kodak picture of, this might help you make your decision in June, who knows. Let's just take a look to see what they, like this other person, if we have any clues to this other person or the relationship that you're contemplating, or maybe the one that you're contemplating getting out of, okay? Oh, they're different. They're so much bigger. Oh, wow. That's incredible, Libra. You got justice and wisdom. Wow. Fuck, that's crazy. Justice and wisdom. Oh my God. That's incredible. Penelope and, oh my God, I'm going to mess that up. And Shahrazad and Shahriyar. Oh my God, please don't be mad at me for getting all of that wrong. That's the trouble with people that read and don't speak, okay? Let's do justice first. How does that sound? Justice will be done. Confident patience. Need for a more detached viewpoint of a troublesome situation. So you're going to make the right decision this month, Libra. In June, you're going to make the right decision. You need to be a little bit more detached. It's always easy to say that when you're not the one making the decision for the rest of your life, and it's always more difficult to be the one making that decision, to see things from that detached perspective. But I think you're going to be calling upon your intuition. Wow, wisdom. This is the High Priestess card in the regular tarot deck. Wisdom gained from education, translating book learning into understanding, a teacher who will share with you what you are seeking, using wisdom to transform a difficult situation for the better. That's exactly how you're going to do it. And when that happens, you will become the King of Swords, and then you will make your decision with, I told you, it's going to be utmost confidence. Look, this is just supporting that reading. You're going to balance the scales because that's what Libras do. And then you're going to speak it out into being. And you're going to defend it to everyone who's opposing you. But it's going to be the right thing. Like, you're not going to move forward. You need to trust yourself. You need to trust yourself that you are going to grow in your wisdom, grow in your emotional maturation, grow in your own ability to make the decision. Because that's really what's at stake. And that's really the only thing, is that you need to cultivate and have confidence in your own ability to make the right decision. You don't need to second guess yourself. You don't need to doubt your own confidence, Libra. You are perfectly capable of making this decision and making the best decision for yourself, making the right decision. You just need to go about it in your own way, in your own time. Okay? And that's what this wisdom is about. The High Priestess is like hidden, esoteric, very, very secret. And so you're going to do this alone. You're going to do this with yourself. Okay? It's going to be tempting Libras are mistaken that they're so social and love being around so many people because they're so good at it and they do enjoy it. However, it's like emotionally taxing to be that popular all the time. So you do need to come back in, bring your energy in, and really figure it out on your own. And once you get that wisdom, when you turn that book learning into understanding, you balance the scales and then you put the sword down and it's justified. And that's what's going to be the strongest thing that you stand on when you go and have to defend it to other people, Libra. So just remember that. Remember that when you make the decision, you have a lot to stand on because it's justified. And you justified it because you are the one that has the power to make your own decisions for your own life. I support you. I'm on your side completely. I might be the Queen of Pentacles for you. I might be the one helping you do it. I don't know. But you have someone doing it. You have someone there by your side helping you. Okay, Libra, I feel like you know what this decision has to do with, and that romantic decision. I don't think I have to tell you anymore other than to trust yourself, that you will figure it out, and to be patient with yourself. And it's going to be okay. Okay, Libra, let me know how it goes. I hope you enjoyed this reading. Have a great June, and I will see you soon. Bye.